Chasing the Dream is powered by Bob Howard Toyota, Oklahoma's #1 Toyota dealer at Broadway Extension and Memorial Road.
Hey guys, Chris Weisberg, Chasing the Dream. On this week's episode, we're going to be headed to Kansas with our bows in our hand, chase after whitetails.
Dream's out there, son. You just have to go chase it.
Working 9 to 5, trying to make $1. I'm daydreaming about down in a holler. Drive through the asphalt, turns into dirt roads. Rattling, scent, drag deer stand, walk out the brush, a broadside strut. Load and shell, pull back an arrow, let it all fly. Come on now, let's go. Well, I'm here in the woods. You know I'm feeling pretty good. Nothing's gonna take that from me. It's all week up a tree, 10 below or 100 degrees. Load up and come on with me. I'm just chasing the dream.
All right, this will be my very first opportunity to draw an archery tag in Kansas. I was hunting in a piece of property in southeastern Kansas. I spent tons of time every week running up there. It's actually a 250-mile trip, round trip, for me to go up there, scout, run cameras, hang tree stands, and I did it every week for about 2 months. Of course, I wanted to hunt up in Kansas. I see, it's Land of Giants. Bobby G's always got these big deer on trail camera. So start checking cards, and lo and behold, I got 4 or 5 nice deer starting into August, September, and got different deer. A buck that's got a big dagger in between his rack. I got this other buck that pops up on a piece of property I have on a soybean field, and didn't know what to call him at first. I called him the club buck. Another buddy of mine called him One Eye. Every picture I have of him, he's got one eye that doesn't shine. And so we ended up calling him the One Eye Club Buck. I decided to set up a blind in the corner of this soybean field, brush it in great, and I'm gonna try to return 3 days later from getting off from the fire station. Make the 2-hour drive, get up there, it's hot, it's the end of October. I put all my lightweight gear on and I walk all the way around this bean field. It's about a half-mile walk. I'm solo filming, so of course I've got all my camera gear, my bow, everything with me, and I crawl into the blind. Alright, it is October 20th and I am here in southeast Kansas. This is actually the first time I've sat on this property. And 3 days ago I came in here and I brushed this blind in, and we're on the edge of a bean field. We're right up against a real thick area. Bunch of growed up strip pits and all that. It's gonna be back to our west. And it's just growed up, and that's actually the property line. So
Chasing the Dream is in association with Big and J.
When you need a truck that's as adventurous as you are, there's only one brand of trucks for the job, and there's only one place to buy them. Bob Howard Toyota. Our award-winning trucks are designed to be as tough as the hunters who drive them, on-road or off. Stop into Bob Howard Toyota today and find out what has made us the #1 Toyota Tundra and Tacoma dealer in Oklahoma. BobHowardToyota.com, Broadway Extension and Memorial Road.
Big Frig is a family-owned outdoor company in South Dakota. Our coolers and tumblers are designed with durability in mind, but at a practical price. Personalize yours to fit your lifestyle. Add a custom full-color logo for your company, nonprofit, or fundraiser. At Big Frig, our customers are like frickin' family. We look forward to helping you at BigFrig.com.
As you think of Chevrolet, tradition comes to mind. Just like Chevrolet, Smickless has been around for generations. With a leading customer satisfaction service department and a state-of-the-art body shop, Smickless Chevrolet offers you a one-stop shop for all your needs. Located on the corner of County Line Road and Northwest Expressway, Smickless Chevrolet, the tradition continues.
D&D Feed. Morning. How are we doing today? Welcome to D&D Feed.
You don't want to stay?
This segment of Chasing the Dream is brought to you by Caseco Roofing.
Couple bucks that we're in here looking for is one of them that we call the club buck or one-eye. No, it was so hot, didn't take long for the first deer to start filtering into the field. A couple little bucks and does come in, a couple of young 2.5-year-old bucks come in. And as the afternoon started to settle, and the sun started to settle, lo and behold, here comes One-Eye walking right out of the timber to me. Comes in, he's standing out there about 50 yards, he's eating on beans, I'm ranging him, kicking all the cameras on, ranging him, he's walking to me, he's got other deer around him, ranging him, 45, 42, 40, 38. Watch him a little bit further, turns broadside, 32 yards. I turn, draw my bow back, and this little buck runs in front of him, and one eye kind of jumps a little bit, and I just continue to hold. You can see in the footage, when he bends his head back down, all I can see is this huge shoulder. This deer is the biggest body deer that I've ever had in front of me on camera, and I'm just so excited. I look at that front shoulder and I know I do not want to hit that front shoulder as big a body deer as this is.
I just shot the club buck. I'm listening. 29 yards. Should have got both lungs. Didn't get a clean pass through though. Look at the footage real quick.
Deer ran off. I didn't hear him fall, and you can see in my initial reaction when I turned the camera around that I was a little worried because I didn't hear him fall. Wait about 30 minutes. I get out of the blind. I can't find blood in the bean field. I go right to where I seen him go into the timber, and that's where I find blood. 75 yards into the blood trail, and boom, there he lays. The largest body deer that I've ever put my hands on. Club buck, one eye, is he's done. His story is done. So I found him and drug him. He ran maybe 100 yards into the timber. So, well, here he is. This is a buck that I started getting pictures of maybe 2 or 3 weeks after I put cameras out on this farm, and I called him a club buck, but come to find out he's got one of his eyes, or his left eye is gone. So he's a buck that I had lots of visibility, or lots of daylight visible pictures on this bean field. I also had him on the section that we hunt across the road, so he was a bit of a traveler, but with this big head, big neck already, and it's not even the rut. Like I said, I kind of sounded out of breath at first, but it's because I had to drag him about 75 yards out of this timber to the edge of these beans. And I'll tell you what, I got my work cut out for me getting him back to the pickup. I got about a half mile, so I'm gonna go back to the truck and get my cart, and I'm gonna come back and get him with the cart. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. I didn't get a whole lot of footage of him running off, kind of got into the side blind, but thank each and every one of you guys running solo for watching the show, and we appreciate all your support. I put in early in the spring, did my homework through late summer and early fall, popped up this blind, set up perfect. 3 days before I went in there to hunt him, and lo and behold, he comes out the first evening that I hunt this property. What a way to end my very first hunt here in Kansas in 2017.
Chasing the Dream is in association with Big Frig Coolers.
When you need a truck that's adventurous as you are, there's only one brand of trucks for the job, and there's only one place to buy them. Bob Howard Toyota. Our award-winning trucks are designed to be as tough as the hunters who drive them, on road or off. Stop into Bob Howard Toyota today and find out what has made us the #1 Toyota Tundra and Tacoma dealer in Oklahoma. BobHowardToyota.com, Broadway Extension and Memorial Road.
True Recoil is 100% synthetic blend gun oil. Unlike traditional oils, True Recoil is molecularly structured to adhere to metal. This literally creates a barrier of protection for your gun or bow through any environment. Oil, waxes, and petroleum were used 100 years ago. True Recoil is a true proven CLP that allows you to clean, lubricate, and protect your gun all in one simple step, making all other products a thing of the past. Engineered for lasting protection. For more information, visit trueproducts.com.
D&D Beach. Morning. How are we doing today? Welcome to D&D Feed.
You don't want to stay.
As you think of Chevrolet, tradition comes to mind. Just like Chevrolet, Smickless has been around for generations. With a leading customer satisfaction service department and a state-of-the-art body shop, Smickless Chevrolet offers you a one-stop shop for all your needs. Located on the corner of County Line Road and Northwest Expressway, Smickless Chevrolet. The tradition continues.
This segment of Chasing the Dream is brought to you by Premier Auto Solutions.
Hey guys, this is Ivan Plesic from Chasing the Dream, and I've hunted Kansas with Bobby Glenn and my dad for probably 6 years now. First couple years I had some good success, killed a nice 9-point and a buck we called Tines. You probably remember the story on that.
I reach around here to grab my bow, and when I do, one of these green cedar leaves grabs my broadhead and pulls my arrow off. He runs straight across, makes a beeline, and he sees that decoy and locks onto it. And my buddy's 16-year-old son just called me and said that he smoked him and watched him go down in the field.
In 2015 season, we go into that season and we've got some good deer on camera. I mean, Bobby's having good encounters, my dad's having good encounters, and man, it was come down to wire for me. It was late November, the rut was just about to end, and a buck we called Turkey Foot stepped out, and he come in chasing a doe. Come right by the blind, he stopped, and I rushed a shot. He ducked my arrow at 30 yards, and I ended up hitting him in the backstrap, never finding that deer.
I just shot the biggest buck of my life, and I made the worst hit I've ever hit it on a deer or a buck ever.
2016 season, it was a lot of good encounters, a lot of amazing footage. I had a couple deer in front of me I thought about shooting, but ended up passing on. So the 2017 season rolls around, we have high hopes again, and not knowing what's to come, we've got always have new deer come in during the rut. We had a deer called Brush Pile that was amazing, an amazing deer, but he turned into a ghost. We had a big 9 in there, some good 8 points that Bobby had passed on, a big gnarly 7-point.
It's the morning of October 29th. We slipped in here this morning on a double set we hung back in July. Should be a good morning. On the tree this evening, it's November the 4th. I'm gonna try and get a quick hunt in. We just got here. Back in the edge row, seen 2 little bucks come underneath me, and real nicer 8.3-year-olds. Gonna be good in a couple years. Last time we sat here last weekend, so I'm gonna try some rallying and running again. We'll see what happens.
Chasing the Dream is in association with Polydome Blinds.
When you need a truck that's as adventurous as you are, there's only one brand of trucks for the job, and there's only one place to buy them. Bob Howard Toyota. Our award-winning trucks are designed to be as tough as the hunters who drive them, on-road or off. Stop into Bob Howard Toyota today and find out what has made us the #1 Toyota Tundra and Tacoma dealer in Oklahoma. BobHowardToyota.com, Broadway Extension and Memorial Road.
Big & J is the first long-range attractant. Attractants are only as good as the distance deer can smell them. Big & J attractants feature a powerful, intense aroma that draws deer from far and wide. This intense aroma is the byproduct of a proprietary refining process. Put Big & J at stand sites during season, camera sites all year long. Pull deer from your neighbor's property, keep deer on your property with Big & J. The aroma is super strong, the range is super long.
As you think of Chevrolet, tradition comes to mind. Just like Chevrolet, Smickless has been around for generations. With a leading customer satisfaction service department and a state-of-the-art body shop, Smickless Chevrolet offers you a one-stop shop for all your needs. Located on the corner of County Line Road and Northwest Expressway, Smickless Chevrolet, the tradition continues.
D&D Feed. Morning. How are we doing today? Welcome to D&D Feed.
You want to stay?
This segment of Chasing the Dream is brought to you by King's Pawn and Gun.
It's November 25th, and I'm sitting there. It's just breaking daylight, and here comes this little buck, comes up from the west, comes up down behind me, and disappears behind me about 7:15 in the morning. I'm sitting there, I look up, and here comes a good buck. I mean, I get my camera on him, I get my grunt call immediately. I start filming him, and it turns out he's just a big gnarly 9 with all of his points on his left side cleaned off.
Just kind of want to see how he reacted to the call. When I first grunted, he started rubbing on a tree and made a scrape, so he's definitely reacting to my call, but he didn't want to come in and see what buck it was. So, we're here in Kansas. We haven't ran a camera in this spot since September.
It's getting a little late in the morning, probably 9:15, and I'm sitting there on my phone, you know, Facebooking, you know, who doesn't do that every once in a while? I look up, look left, look in front of me, look back down at my phone, stick my phone in my pocket, and look right. I'm like, okay, yep. Here comes this real nice, what it looked like to be a solid 140-inch 10-point. Comes from my east, comes walking down the creek line.
That's definitely not the shot I wanted. I don't know, I should have just waited for him to turn, but I seen the mule kick and it angled up in him to where it should have got liver and lung. He looked really hurt, he was not getting around well, so probably gonna give him 5, 6, 7 hours and back out of here and go see if I can't pick up a blood trail. Maybe call my dad, see if he'll come up. Help me out, but
the key in this hunt was to make sure you see the last place that deer was and mark it. no matter what. So that's what I did, watch them in my binos, watch them disappear over this hill. And so I make sure he's out of my sight. I sneak down, leave my camera equipment, my bow, all on the stand, and I actually drive all the way back home to get Bob and my dad. We get back up there and we start looking. I mean, we're not finding much blood at all. After 45 minutes, I thought maybe I should get up in the tree stand and call up Bob and tell him exactly the last place I seen that deer.
He calls me. I said, "Where's the last place you seen?" He said, "Walk over here." So I stand right here, and then I see the shrub, and he was like, "Well, he was right behind you somewhere." So I start looking. How did I see him the first time?
And sure enough, I said, go to this certain spot right there on the hump where I last seen him, and immediately just turn right around 180 and walk straight behind you. It wasn't 5 seconds after I said that, he said, "I got your deer."
Nice 4-year-old, isn't he? Yeah. Nice 4-year-old. Yeah. Dude, look at the head on him. He had another one of these over here.
We're in here in southeast Kansas. Got this nice buck today. He came cruising in about 9:20. It was the second mature buck I seen today, and he bedded down once, got up, walked a little ways, and then I see him disappear. As soon as I see him disappear, I snuck down the stand and headed out. Went in there today, and it was the craziest thing. We walked past him probably 3 times. We were only on the phone for probably 20 seconds, and I showed him right where he was. I was like, "Turn around." He turned around, and he's seen him right there laying dead. So like I said, we've all tagged out. All 4 of us up here in Kansas tagged out this year on good bucks. So chasing a dream.
2017 is a wrap in Kansas.
November 25th.
Thanks for tuning in this week. Catch us right here next week at Chasing the Dream.
We got like 6 gobblers in front of us. Just maybe they'll start to work down this way and work this field.
And there was toms everywhere.
Oh my God, it was huge. That was awesome.
Closed captioning for Chasing the Dream is brought to you by ColorTech, Minor Collision Repair. Chasing the Dream is in association with For more content, giveaways, and past episodes, head on over to Facebook and Instagram to follow Chasing the Dream.
I'm just chasing the dream.